Hey y'all, and welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach, and Jen will be here just in a minute. So you saw at the beginning here, we went to a retro, old general store that's still in operation, and that was really cool, so we'll get into detail about that. And then we have two big things that we've got to talk to y'all about. Tell ya, it just keeps staying active around here, and we have many things to talk about. But first, we got to feed Zeus. Nosy Nancy's. Okay, so morning chores are done, and first thing we want to do is show you all what we did yesterday, Sunday, on our store, because like we had told y'all, it's been very much a warehouse over the winter because we haven't been open for the season, but we're getting very close to opening.
Yes, so we had to get it ready.
Yeah, so look at this. She's clean again. So one major difference is we have our hutch here, and we had a second hutch that was right here. However, this is going to be a working station and also a homeschooling station. So it's going to be active right here on making stuff. But all of our products and everything else is going on over here. And it looks so pretty and so nice and so ready to open.
There's a couple of things we have to do before we do open, like the ceiling. We've got to finish that. We just kind of left it last year just to see how it did, but it didn't do great in the summer. So we got to finish that up. We want to get a gutter on the front porch. There's going to be some changes, so that's why we're setting up the homeschool stuff. We have to have a way to have them down here so that they can be with us and not have to be in the house when we're doing all this, but we're really excited. So we had originally talked about opening on March 21st, which is the first day of spring. That is going to be changing, so stay tuned. I mean, we have had a couple people reach out and say, we'll be in the area, can we stop by? So we went ahead and got it ready, so the answer is yes, but you have to let us know. You have to ask us first just to make sure that we're home. So yeah, we'll give the official news about when we're opening, but it will be sooner than expected.
And by the way, what are you drinking?
I am drinking our mint basil tea. So we sell it here in the store. It's one of my favorites. It's one of the new ones we brought in, and people have really loved it. It's really, really good. And it's just so nice on this cold morning.
So real quick on the ceiling, there'll be a feature video for this. We're going to be taking all these lights and ivies down. We really liked it, but when we got struck by lightning, it took out every single one of these lights. So it's really just the core now. It's something for the ivy to hang on to. But we're actually going to be probably using pine boards to go across the tops. You know, those pine picket boards that I love on this channel. Build raised beds out of them, about everything. But we're going to run that across, and that'll give us some insulation area so we can actually put it up in there and hold our air in the summer, because that's our biggest hurt. This gets so hot up here and just sucks all the cool air out of here. So there is a good reason for some of these recent changes that we're doing with the store, and our being intentional on making all these changes. We actually got some news. We'll get into some deep detail in a future video down the line, but basically we're realizing there's going to be more time of us needing to be here and doing some work down here. And so one of the biggest downfalls we had was when we're in here working, the kids didn't really have a spot down here. When they're outside and everything, like, that's fine, but when they're strictly having to be in the house, we feel so separated from them. And that's something that we didn't want. We want to be down here working. We want to be able to meet with you all, but we want our children close too, because we are a very tight-knit family.
And they're going to be working too.
Best
they're
believe
to
it.
the age now, especially Wyatt, where he can help out a lot. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, and talk about great homeschooling, having to do, handle cash and change and stuff like that. That's great. Inventory. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we went to the recent general store that you all saw at the beginning of this video to try to get a little inspiration too. Because one thing that you all know us for is the medicinal herb properties and different stuff that Jen's making. But we really want to start bringing in more of that. And she has some ideas of some stuff that's going to be coming.
There's going to be a lot of baked goods too.
Yeah.
It's going to be really nice for people who stop by. You can do your orders. We're going to even have it set up online where you can order ahead of time and then pick it up here. So that's going to be really fun. It's just a whole lot of expansion, but also like more of us being involved and taking over. So yeah.
Yeah, and some future changes as well on the farm, just completely. So it's going to be some stuff that's going to be opening up some more opportunities, taking away some things that have been currently here, and it's just a season of change. And so, it's something that you sit down and you make your goals and your plans, and you think this is the path that you're going to be taking. And then, some news comes, and it changes all of that. But it's empowering for us as people to be able to adjust and see the good in that and be able to figure out, okay, so this is now the direction we have to head. How can we make this good for everyone and for us, instead of saying, what now? You know, that blew our plans up. Now what are we going to do? It's about adjusting, figuring out how to still make it pro instead of negative, and just really keeping the path forward.
Gotta roll with the punches.
Gotta roll with the punches. So definitely stay tuned. Gonna have some store videos happening because we're gonna be doing the ceiling, doing the gutters, and then hopefully this summer at some point we can tackle on, we want to do an add-on to the store and actually get a kitchen, get a bathroom, get all that good stuff to actually become a little bit more official as a restaurant to do smaller things. So we'll have to go through approvals for that because it's a whole different area. But we definitely want to add that on and make it an addition to this store where people can come get their breakfast and lunch and stuff like that. So that will hopefully be in the future, and we'll get into some more details on the specifics you need if it's something that you're interested in. And speaking of that, we did want to talk about Etsy just real quick because we are running that free shipping for the whole month of February. Thank you for all of the responses. Unfortunately, one thing that we are going to have to do to wrap up the rest of the month is we're going to have to put a spending limit to get the free shipping. And we're going to shoot for $30, so you have to at least spend $30 to get the free shipping. And the only reason for that, and you know, it's no fault of anyone, it's just something that we should have maybe thought of, is we're getting a lot of very like one order purchases or one item purchases that are like $3 or $4, and then so we're actually paying more in shipping than what the product was worth. And it's not something that anybody should think about, but it hits. We're actually spending money to give this stuff.
We just didn't realize it. There's quite a few things we have in there that are so cheap, and we just didn't like truly think it through.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's no big deal. It's just $30 and you get free shipping.
Yeah. So there's that.
Within all of this stuff happening, all of our changes, all our rolling with the punches, we are still waiting on 7 goat mamas to give birth. So we think what happened was Lola and Angel came into heat first, and then I think nobody else did. So we're
and Butters.
Yeah, and Butters. We're coming towards the end of that first cycle. So once we get to the end, I think that's when everybody else is going to go. So, I mean, they're definitely getting close. You can see changes every day and improvements, and ligaments are starting to disappear a little. Everyone's starting to bag up a little more. So I think they're all going to go at once, basically.
Yeah.
So we had a nice rush. Then we had a good break. But not really a break because of the bottle baby and us like still staying home, not knowing when anybody's going to go. And yeah, then we're going to have another rush, and that's going to be crazy, but we're really excited for it. The weather's doing great things, you know, no polar vortexes so far.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
So hopefully it'll be nice and dry and just a good time for them to have babies, and we're hopefully going to be here for all of it.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. It's going to be a lot of babies still to come. And the ones that are currently on the ground are doing absolutely great.
Thriving.
Very much thriving. And an update on Hopi, because we get the people that got Hopi send us videos and stuff. She's up, moving, suckling. She's doing all the things.
She's doing wonderful. She's spoiled rotten. They absolutely love her. She's basically not a goat. She's a kid.
Yeah.
And she's doing great. We're really happy for her.
They sent us a video of her sucking on a pacifier, and it was the cutest thing you've ever seen. So ultimately, this video is about big changes, life changes that get thrown at you, and be able to see the positive side of most everything. It's the busy time of year. We're moving into spring, and it's a season of change, and not just the weather's changing. Personal lives, different stuff that happening in people's lives are changing, and it's just the biggest thing to know. Adjust well.
And stay tuned, because you'll get to know it all soon.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be some big. I mean, it's some big news. It's some big things, and one which we haven't talked about at all. We'll hopefully be able to talk about. It's been a 3-year running thing that we have not been able to speak about.
We've kind of like mentioned it sometimes, that one day we'll tell you everything. I think we're so tired of it going on and waiting that we're just gonna start talking about it and be transparent for everyone, because you could be going through the same thing. Yeah, because it's been a lot of like some of our personality and some of our joy that has been expressed in this. It doesn't seem as great as it usually is. It's normally because that's active and doing some things to us, but again, more changes that we're just adjusting to and getting used to, and we're ready for the spring and summer, and we hope you all are too. Get your hands dirty, start making work towards them goals on these nice days. Don't just sit around. The winter break's over. It's time to get busy. All right, y'all, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. We love you.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.